Dain Ironfoot and the Dwarves of Erebor are defending the city of Umbar. Allied with Gondor, they now face an alliance of evil armies ready to take back this city for themselves. What's up, guys, and welcome back. I'm Pope John Paul, and we're here with some more Rise of Mordor action for you today. And this is a glorious 3v3 Siege of Umbar with the Rise of Mordor mod. As I said, we have the Dwarves here defending two Dwarven armies and a Gondor army here. Defending against, we have a Mordor, an Isengard, and a Easterling army here. So obviously, like, the Easterlings probably... Well, it's not even the Eastlings. None of these factions actually hold Umbar at any point. It's technically the Haradrim, but Harad's not here to retake his retake their city. I guess they're taking it on behalf of Harad then. But as you can see, they're already landing onto the walls. Actually, we have already some... got some vassal... Ah, here we go. We've got some vassal Haradrim down here fighting some Gondor's sword militia. So I guess Harad is here in some sort of form to defend his own city. But yeah, so we are showing off the new Dwarven units once again. I imagine this is going to be the case for quite a little while with the new update. If you haven't already got the new Rise of Mordor 4.0 like update, I definitely recommend you go and get it to check out the new Dwarven units. And yeah, as I said, there'll be a lot of battles with these new Dwarven units as everyone tries them out. That's usually like the common theme with updates. And now the Dwarves being such a strong faction as well, we'll certainly see them being used. Got a lot of vassal Haradrim in here. We've got Orc pillagers in here as well. And they're starting to slowly surround these Gondor sword militia over here. And they're actually moving on by. The numbers are not too like dissimilar actually. You've got 70, about 8,000 against 6,500. So I mean they're pretty good odds for the defenders. But I'm pretty sure the attackers probably got some very elite stuff. I mean, so are the Dwarves. I've had a look around. They've got plenty of shock infantry now that their roster's fully kitted out with shock infantry, and they've got all sorts. We'll have a quick look at some of the stuff. I mean, most of Gondor is over here. He's got Fountain Guard. He's got Citadel Guard here. He's got lots of Gondor infantry, obviously. What's he got? Warriors of Losnark. I just realised that the Forces of Evil actually have got a little foothold over here. They've managed to sneak in around a load of troops. Got Varag warriors. Actually, a lot of Orc and Eastling troops have landed over here, so you do need to be paying attention when you're defending that this is also a place that the defenders can land if they want to. Already those Orc pillagers breaking, they got focused down, I think, by the archers up here on the wall. Yeah, these Gondor archers got a nice little angle here onto the vassal Haradrim down there, so that is very, very nice. Erebor over here has got a lot of his troops like grouped in one area. It's like got one line of spears and another line of swords. Don't know why he's got so many here. Luckily the towers can't like fall on his own men on like with his updated Umbar map. Otherwise he'd be losing a lot of men if those towers had got captured. But you can see the Erebor axe warriors in here with their new armor looking amazing, fighting Isengard. In the last Rise of Mordor battle, if you haven't checked that one out, I recommend you do go and do so. The Dwarves defended a mountain pass, and they had a pretty tough time against Isengard with their pikes and berserkers. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with them in this battle, for sure. And you can see there's sounds like there's lots of these troops that were like in reserve here now moving on. They do need to do so because there are other places where they may be needed. Like over here, I mean, you can see that the Eastlings landing some Loki or Macemen. I mean, they've got a tough defense though. I mean, they're going to have to be facing Erebor halberdiers stacked on like inside these Iron Guard. I mean, this is looking a nasty, nasty formation. Look at this. They're getting hit by artillery. I mean, I think most of those hit. Yeah, most of those miss. Sorry. Because they're in such a thin formation, I guess. But look at that. Yeah, let's get a better angle on this. This is a nice thick line here. Looking glorious, really is. This halberdier maybe wants to hide behind that shield of the Iron Guard there, because otherwise he may get killed. I love the beards as well. All these units are awesome. But yeah, so the Loki room here have got a little bit of a predicament. Luckily they brought up their own halberdiers. They've got obviously archers and they've got shock infantry able to break through. But they're going to need like... Yes. Oh, that was a really nice hit there. Nice hit, like 2 shots in there, like destroyed quite a few of those units. That's how they... Oof, yeah, another one there. You can just clipping that unit. That is one way that they're going to be able to dislodge these units, but it may not be the way they want to be just constantly using it. What we've got over here, we've got Servants of the Eye already in here. So they're flying and going after Gondor spear infantry and all sorts of stuff here, causing havoc. I mean, they could get focused down by archers up here. These archers have got like a really nice angle as we've already been over. And archers now fire really, really quickly. So these Servants of the Eye, their armor is going to drop a lot quicker than it would usually. And you can see, oh, we've actually got the Wyan Sappers in it. Did they explode? I don't know. I don't think they did. That's a shame, because that's just a waste. That's such a good unit that you can just like blow up so much stuff. Iron Guards over here. They'll hold the line for a long time. And they're also charging, that's a, yeah, it's Cav charging the spear. Never going to end well, even if you rear charge it. Iron Guards got a really large unit now. Oh no, they don't. Oh, there you go. They exploded then. Wyan Sappers just exploded then. It wasn't like the most effective, but they just exploded. I'm pretty sure. I thought it was a 190-man unit, but it's not. It's Gondor Sword Militia. I was like hovered over the wrong one and thought, Iron Guard 190 men? That can't check out. You can see Isengard now very much fully engaged down here with Erebor. So it looks like it's going to be Gondor against Mordor, so the typical rivalry there, and then it's going to be Isengard versus the Dwarves, and the Dwarves versus Eastlings over here. So it's going to be interesting. Eastlings taking a little bit slower. I feel like they're wanting to use their artillery, using their archers. Yeah, they've actually got their archers on the wall here. Honestly, I don't think you've got a problem putting them. I mean, you can put them onto the walls. I mean, maybe it is safer to leave them here, but I wouldn't have thought these Erebor crossbows would have been the greatest of angles. I don't know if they sorted that out, but like, actually they would. They'd have a really good angle from where they are. Their armor looks awesome. It's so good now. Obviously capture the gate. I would send stuff through if they wanted to, but yeah, they're really focusing these units down. I really want to weaken these halberdiers. Not a bad idea. I mean, if they break through this choke point, there is not necessarily much here to stop them. I mean, there is more halberdiers here. Oh, these are Tomb Wardens. Oh, this is a nasty unit. Want to save ammo for this, certainly. I mean, this unit is just nasty. Oh, and gold armor as well. Very, very nice. Over here as well, we've got more like Erebor Axe Warriors and stuff like that. They're moving across. And we've got like Dwarven Barrack Guard already pretty like damaged. I don't know if they've just been being focused down. Oh yeah, Uruk-hai crossbows up here. I think they've been focusing them down. Certainly probably getting some good kills here. Their armor piercing. You can see now the Dwarves are sending over some archers of the Red Mountains, I think, to try and dislodge them off this wall. Over here we've got Berserkers going berserk, given their name. I'm not surprised. And you can see we've now got some Uruk Throng coming in the back. Going to try and do some damage to these Erebor axes. Those archers on the wall, I mean, they're nearly out of ammo, but they must have been racking up kills. Over here as well, they have made an offensive, have the Eastlings. I mean, they're facing Warriors of Loznark, which they're probably going to lose against. Also, the archers up here again. Another really good position here from Gondor, using his archers. I mean, you can look at the angle down there. That's an even better angle than the other one we were looking at. They can't miss. You cannot miss. So, I mean, I personally think, and you can see that they are doing over here, the Orcs are sending like some pillagers up here to capture this point. I don't know why they don't just rush for the for the cap point, possibly with this force. This is what halberdiers, got some swords, some shock. You could like certainly maybe not take the point, but you could like threaten it, or you could like go around the back. You could scare Gondor a little bit. You've got a few options. This Uruk Throng has actually been surrounded, and it's winning. How? I don't know. Wouldn't have thought Uruk Throng could beat Gondor infantry while being surrounded, but there you go. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. If you are, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe from around here, and a comment to show your support. As always, can't thank you guys enough for all the support recently with these Rise of Mordor videos. They're certainly helping out the channel as we work towards 4,000 subscribers. So, I mean, yeah, can't wait to get there, guys. I'm sure we'll get there in no time at all with all the support you guys are giving me. So, and look, the Berserkers now in the backline. That's going to help turn that around. Yeah, you can see these Gondor spears losing now pretty badly. I mean, these Berserkers are going to be just chopping them up. Going through their double-handed swords. Over here, still very little going on. We're just kind of stagnating. I mean, it's causing the Dwarves to have a lot of troops over here. What, we've got Mansion Reclaimers. We've got lots of Erebor Axe Warriors, Warriors of the Red Mountain. We've got a lot of, like, Tomb Wardens, like I've already mentioned. Already, like, a lot of troops over here that are like just been committed just because of these things. If you haven't seen the Dwarves of the Red Mountains, this is what they look like. Look awesome. Or Warriors of the Red Mountains, I should say. A really good shock infantry unit. But as you can see here, Iron Guards and the Halberdiers still just getting focused down by artillery mainly, I think, and some archers. I think this artillery must be out of ammo soon. Oh, not quite yet. Still got a little left in it. Over here, you can see that the... oh, they've actually just broken. And they've sent in... What have they sent in here? Varag Warriors trying to break through here. And they're getting focused down. Really nice like shots here from the Gondor. Gondor's just focusing these guys down. No mercy at all. That's obviously shock infantry, a really good target to shoot at with archers. Very low missile block. What you want to be... That's certainly what you want to be doing. Nice little fight over here, I think, for Mordor. Orc pillagers up against Gondor swords. I think they should be able to win this. Certainly it's an isolated fight. Gondor's not supporting it. And shock should be able to rip through swords and spears. Even like this Mordor shock should be able to do it. It'd be nice to see maybe a more elite shock infantry for like Mordor. Like a smaller but more elite one. I don't know what it would be, but you could... I guess maybe what trolls are going to be. I guess like trolls will be the other shock. Really elite shock when they get there. But it would be nice to see like a really nice big Mordor like roster. A, with it like being called Rise of Mordor, and also like Mordor being like the main enemy, the biggest enemy. But certainly for campaigns, you'd hope for a big roster. These berserkers ripping through here. They're breaking these guys. These spears won't hold for long. Look at there's some more spears ready and waiting. So we've got some more Gondor spear infantry here. Look at them. Look awesome. Gondor still looks really, really nice. Even being like one of the most, like, the first factions to be done. Now there's finally action over here. Finally they're going in. I mean, I feel like, yeah, these Erebor Halberdiers certainly a lot weaker than they were, obviously, at the start. Down to 83 men. This one and the other one pretty similar. 112, actually. This one's a bit more healthy. The Iron Guard, even still, like they've been taking a bit of a pounding from archers and from artillery. They should do fine in combat. Their armor is thick. I think they should be able to like hold off these low-key and maybe not be able to kill them. They don't often get like more than like 100 odd kills, 200 kills. So they might struggle to kill this unit, but they should do okay. It looks like actually Erebor's falling back his crossbows. It'd be good if you had archers. If you had archers, you could put them up here and you could fire into the flanks. Yeah, you can start to see that they're losing here now. These Iron Guards are just winning. What have we got over here for like reserves? We've got more shock. Yeah, we've got Warlords of Ruin. Really good unit to see on the battlefield. That should help break through. A lot of these archers still have a good amount of ammo as well, so it's good to see that they're here. And they're now coming inside now that the crossbows are falling back. They're wanting to get inside and take advantage of that. We've got a lot of shock here just waiting. What's this? Dwarven Barrack Guard. Dwarven Barrack Guard. Oh my gosh, so much Barrack Guard. This is like obviously a really, really elite unit. Most elite shock infantry in the game. They're pretty beaten up. They look like they're taking a fair few casualties. You can see a lot of blood on them. They look awesome. A man with a cape, you know, a person with a cape's never done bad in life. So it's always a good sign to see them here. We've got Iron Guards here. They're actually falling back a lot of stuff early, are the defenders. Don't know why. I think they could have held this position for a lot longer. As I thought, this Gondor sword over here is getting overwhelmed by the pillagers. I think they could have held this a lot longer. Don't see the need to fall back. Certainly not with 5,000 men left. And they've actually closed the margin of defenders. It's down to 700 difference. Certainly be interesting to see how this one goes. Pole arms now being sent in by the Eastlings. So that should help even up the fight against the Dwarven Halberdiers. I love the new shields as well for the Iron Guard. I didn't think they could be improved, but they have managed to do it. The two Wardens are coming up. Okay. And yeah, they're getting instantly focused down by low-key rim archers. I'm sure this unit is, yeah, going to be the concentration of a lot of archers here. Probably all of them. I mean, one of them's nearly used just over half, but the rest are looking pretty healthy on ammo. Okay, these guys lost one man already. I'm sure that won't be the last. Yeah, they're getting focused down. Already really bloodied up. If only it was this easy to kill them in the game last time I played against them. Two Wardens are just a pain. Look at that. Oh my gosh. These poor Halberdiers, they're pretty bloodied up. Two Wardens, how many you lost? Just still the one unlucky man. Yeah, these Loki Remacemen not having a lot of luck here. Shame they didn't have another halberdier unit to throw in here. I mean, they could ask for Isengard's pikes. They certainly are a good way to beat the dwarves, as you've seen. Isengard's becoming quite a nice anti-dwarf faction, actually, I found. Pikes are really good. Shock infantry is really good. A good combat to like the heavy armor. Crossbows as well. Shame they don't have any cav. I mean, they will when they get wargs eventually, but until then, that's the only other thing that like the dwarves like lack is cav. They've escort mercenaries, like, which is when eventually, when the submob becomes compatible, I imagine Dol Amroth could be a very good faction to counter the dwarves. Certainly in the pitch battle, having some of the best cav probably like in the game. Here we go. What's over here? Tomb Warden's already losing in combat. I mean, that's certainly a good thing if you're rooting for the forces of evil. If you are, well, you may be evil. Why wouldn't you want to root for these new, brand spanking new dwarves? I mean, they are actually, yeah, you can see sending in axe warriors now to help protect these halberdiers. And I'm going to start thinking about sending the axes in, or pulling the halberds back, just so like the halberds aren't just like isolated on their own. So that's certainly why they're getting shot up here. Down to 75 men, 74 dropping, and they're really stretched out. They're fighting across like this entire front here, fighting in here with the remains of those halberds. This poor guy there flipped over with a halberd. Quite impressive. Oh jeez, that poor guy. Oh my, did you see that? That poor guy just got impaled on a halberd. I didn't really see that. I was kind of going past it and then realised like what was happening. I was like, oh my gosh. Poor man's just been impaled. That's such a cool animation. I've seen it a few times. I always try and get it on like camera. Poor man. Imagine being impaled like that with a halberd. It'd be a bad way to go. Urukai infantry now engaged. I mean, they won't win this fight. They're facing Citadel Guard as well. Another really good strong spear unit like the Iron Guards can rack up a lot of kills, even like offensively or defensively. So it's probably one of the few like spears you want to bring. Elite spears are always what you want to bring if you're bringing spears and you're attacking. I find, unless you're bringing like militia spear just to like push up a ram or something. Like these Citadel Guard are solid units on the offensive. Losnark here pulling through though, or the Warriors Losnark pulling through. That's not okay. I mean, they're now sending in White Hand Stormers. They'll help steady this fight. They might be able to turn it around a little bit. They might want to send those pikes in though. They've got the artillery up here. Jeez. I mean, not a bad idea. Where are the pikes? Oh, they have fully broken through over here, and you can see that this like little isolated force that Gondor sent over here has been well and truly surrounded. Stuck between halberds and infantry on the other side. I think as soon as those archers ran out of ammo that were up on that wall, they kind of lost any advantage they had. But you can see the defenders are starting to fall back. As we saw that quite early, but I feel like they're still falling back a little prematurely. Certainly being like the dwarves as well, like assaulting Umbar is so hard, and it's such a grindy fight. It's certainly going to be worse for the dwarves. I think they could have held a little longer, but well, it's up to them, and they're fine to do it. It's Iron Guard though; they're not going to break anytime soon. Hopefully, the attackers have enough resources to break through. I mean, they got Fountain Guard already in the front line. Have Gondor. Gondor looks like he's kind of like throwing everything in now, and he's going to leave the dwarves to do the defending of the keep. Isengard certainly needs pikes up here to combat these the pikes of the Fountain Guard. Has he got his pikes up? He has, but they're not actually. They've got their swords out at the moment. He needs to get the pikes out. Get them into the fight. Over on this side, what we've got here, Uruk's losing here. Starting to see Shock Infantry breaking here. Warriors of the Red Mountain breaking, and they weren't in there earlier, and they're losing here, or they were losing. They're now gone even. They were losing that fight. The Dwarves are certainly struggling over on this side. Not Iceland. Eastlings are doing a really good job. And they've not made any ground, but they've been wearing down this Dwarven player over here quite nicely. Killing a lot of elite stuff. I think these Tomb Wardens, I doubt they've got many kills. And he's killed Ironguard. He's killing Dwarves, the Warriors of the Red Mountain as well, so can't complain. Doing some good stuff. Halberds versus Halberds. Who wins? I mean, I'd expect the Tomb Wardens because they're elite. And they're against trained Loki Rim. But they're also getting shot to pieces by all these Loki Rim archers here. And we starting to see Wars of Ruin getting committed. They probably want to start thinking about firing these crossbows or something. Just to try and help, because otherwise, I mean, this Loki Rim Halberdier here is just kind of being able to fight and not have to worry about any archers. It's just quite happily just standing here and poking stuff. We've got lots of Erebor Axe Warriors now setting up as well. Yeah, it looks like this is where the next line of defense is, like this street, like cutting off that street there. They're keeping this street like intact, and they're still got this area here. But I mean, as you can see, Isengard has realised there is a path through here that's not been defended. All that's nearby is some Erebor crossbows. They have got some Erebor axes here as well, so they might get committed. They should, hopefully, get committed. There you go. Surely he's going to go into that gap. But he might not yet. I think he's going to stand here and then just shunt across when he needs to. Don't know what these archers are firing at. I think they're firing at the opposing archers here, the Uruk archers. I would say it's like a good target, to be honest. Uruk archers are pretty cheap and pretty ineffective. Better shooting like polearms and shock and whatever else. These look at all these Dwarven archers doing a bit of damage here and there. The pikes committed? They are. Pikes have been deployed, and it looks like the Fountain Guard shifted across here. Doesn't want to fight the Uruk pikes. I'm surprised because Fountain Guard should win that. They're the most elite like pikes in the game. But I mean, if they can break through here, then they can maybe then start to think about flanking the Fountain Guard. It's not a bad idea. Oh, they get some nice shots as well into the back of this combat here. The Uruks. That's some really good shooting there. And they could also shoot the backs of the Citadel Guard. Try and weaken them a little bit. And why didn't Erebor defend here? Why didn't Erebor defend here? I mean, he is like now being forced, fought by some Berserkers and some Wine Storms. I guess maybe he's thinking I can surround it, and he's getting some like one of the Dwarven players getting some Massic Warriors up here. I'm gonna shoot these they're gonna like charge into the rear of those Isengard troops. But you can see these things are taking advantage, and they're shooting Erebor in the back. So like both sides taking advantage of this sort of very open fight that's going on in the street, which both sides can be flanked if they want in various different ways. Isengard quite literally can be flanked. Erebor getting more shot in the back type of flank.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
73 men losing decisively. They're really burning through this ammo. They really want to break through here, because then if they do, they can just start to wrap up this defense here. And that's a lot of Dwarves they can kill. They've got the Mansion Reclaimers in it. I'd get these guys back. This Dwarven player on this side is just not giving up ground. Shame I can't tell whose name's who. Yeah, these guys are like near on indestructible. It requires like cavalry charges, all sorts to kill them. As you can see here, they're now getting ready to deal with the Massic Warriors. I'd have left the Berserkers to deal with those Erebor axes. Or maybe you send the Berserkers after these guys, but either way, I feel like you can send more up. I mean, Isengard certainly needs to send up more stuff here. They've got these Uruk-hai crossbows. Probably want to... they've not got anything else left. This is like all their reserves basically in. Massic Warriors, an Iron Hill unit, holding the line nicely. This is like one of the more cheaper units of shock infantry, but still good. It's like a third cheapest, or third most expensive. Yeah, no, I got that right. Third cheapest, not third most expensive. That's What is that? That's the Warriors of the Red Mountains, the third cheapest. The third most expensive. Jeez, mixing my cheapest and the most expensive up. Talking about expensive Tomb Wardens, down to 23 men. I bet they've not killed many men. If any. You can see the crossbows here setting up nicely. This is a nice angle for them. Why have they got like more troops up here to do this? More crossbows. I mean, in fairness, this is a one crossbow job. And this one crossbow being used is got 31 men in it. You can see that Erebor is now going to rear charge these things. That might be curtains for this little force here. Though, there are crossbows coming up with support, so who knows? Whether they'll just shoot or get into combat, we'll find out in a moment. And they broke everything there, yeah. I kind of expected they would. The Dwarves just got an iron will, they really do. Over on this side, though, I mean, the halberdiers, the two wardens breaking. And once they're gone, I mean, these Loki Rim halberdiers here, they can just fight on unopposed with their halberds. I don't think they have to deal with... Oh, no, there is another one up here. There's another Tomb Warden. I was going to say, is there any more? But there is. And also they have the pikes over here. These guys aren't doing so well. They're losing to Uruk archers. What is going on? Such a sad thing to see. Such a cheap unit in comparison, beating an experienced and healthy Fountain Guard.
Enemy units have been rallied.
Orc lives don't matter though. They can carry on throwing in these boys, and Sauron wouldn't care. Fountain Guard here. They're trying to reset up, and you can see they've broken through here. Did they send anything? They did send a little expedition this way, and they've got plenty of halberds here. The attackers have a lot more halberds, and they could push up here, and they really should. They should just sneak in and go in this like way. Like the Dwarves haven't realized. If they do that, they could just like set up a halberd line here, and like some other line here, and then they just got like a little foothold into this little place. And they don't need to then fight all of these swords and like spears are just standing here. The artillery is flying in, trying to hit all these axes and spears up here. Not a bad idea, personally. They've got archers over here trying to support the fight. They're shooting into that massive orcs down there. As the Citadel Guard retreats. Here we go. Is that going to hit? That one might hit. Oh. You want to hit this blob, not these tiny little isolated units. If you hit this blob, that's just good night Vienna. Numbers? I mean, it's 2,500 defenders against 3,200 attackers. It's fairly close. The Dwarves being the majority of the troops left. Got a good chance of this one, I think. They have a pretty good chance. What have we got here? We've got Dain Ironfoot himself. Oh, I think we have two different Dain Ironfoots. We have one of Dain Ironfoots. He's going to flank around this Loki Rim line. We've also got some Wards of Rune. We've got everything in there. Wards of Rune, Loki Rim. The whole Eastern Army is in here.
And Dane's unit, the Sons of the Mountain, going in.
Where is he? Can we find Dain? Oh, there he is. He's being a coward standing at the back, aren't you? You coward. Get in the fight. Over here, though, you can see that Gondor's last few sort of units being mopped up. They're not wasting time either, the attackers. They're going into the rear of a Citadel Guard that's looking the wrong way. So that's a nice little charge there. A few kills there easily for Isengard. Well observed by him. Dwarves sending in some Dwarven warriors with like no men. The pikes coming up. Have they got archers left? They do. They still have archers like full ammo. These could be very useful. This is Gondor's archers as well. That is kind of it though. We have a general here. We have Servants to the Eye. This is interesting. He may go for a charge, but I wouldn't with the Tomb Wardens here. And we have now got infantry about to get involved with the pikes. Again, is it the greatest idea? I don't know. Oh, that general there. I don't know whether that's a good idea. He just lost a lot of men. Yeah, just charging that polearm. It's Tomb Warden. I think he thought it was like still setting up. It set up in time, and he lost a lot of cav from it. How did he lose? About like 22 men. It's quite a lot. Quite a lot to lose, certainly in your first charge. Looks like the archers might be getting sent in here to try and like stiffen this line, because otherwise these things break through. And these things are kind of short on troops. They had like forces over there supporting, in fairness, but even still, like the main force of their army is looking pretty depleted now.
General.
A general has been lost. General has been lost, eh? Oh, we've lost the Warlords of Rune general. He's been lost fighting Dain Ironfoot. Hopefully Dain killed him himself, but I don't believe it. And their general here has died as well. So the Sons of the Eye have just lost their general. I mean, they charge into the other Dain Ironfoot here. So this is a bad sign, because Mordor with their generals often, without their generals, are pretty susceptible to routing. And I don't know how much of Mordor's like left. Oh, that's a really nice hit there. I only killed like 2 or 3 guys though. A real shame. But yeah, they need to be careful. They certainly can't lose the Isengard general now. Where is he? He's down here, just minding his own business. Pretty good idea. But like, yeah, Mordor like could break at any point. I don't know if that's still an issue, but like Mordor can and will just like break at any instance if like a loss of a general and army loss is too much. See the Urks here fighting on. I mean, they're trying to get nice and close to these Fountain Guard, but they're not managing it. These Fountain Guard have got a silver shovel, by the way. This is the general from Gondor. I don't know why they don't just flank around if they were that desperate. Should have been a little bit more patient, I think. And they've got more pikes up here. We've got Uruk pikes. A line of pikes. As you can see over here, it looks like the Eastlings, with the loss of their general, have just chain routed. And so only this Warlord of Rune left fighting the Mansion Reclaimers. And the Mansion Reclaimers are winning. Shock infantry winning. I mean, I think it helps that they're also getting shot in the back. Yeah. I told you, these Mansion Reclaimers, man, they are nasty. They are nasty. Breaking just like that. 43 men left. They'll have less in a moment where they're getting shot to pieces. So yeah, it's certainly not looking good now. The Dwarves have the advantage in numbers, 2,000 men. You can see an artillery going off there. Don't know what that's trying to do. I think it's trying to hit this big blob up here. Got the Guards of the Teeth losing in combat as well to Iron Guard. How is this happening? This is the Halberdier unit. It shouldn't be losing it to Spears. I never realised that this unit was a Númenorian. I didn't realise that these guys are supposed to be Númenorians. Really cool. Like the black Númenorians, anyway. That go to Umbar. These guys. So clearly these are the guys wanting to reclaim Umbar. The pikes of the Uruks are now moving back. They probably want to just get out of there. Just get out of dodge. Like, go back the way you came. Maybe to hold this choke point here. Because this is a bit of a failed assault. I mean, there's a lot of troops here for the Dwarves. Whether they can be held up by one pike unit and some swords, I don't know. While, I mean, they still have a pike in here, luckily, that's making movement. These Citadel Guard here are not having a good time. They've lost their archer support as well. So whether they can go for the point and hold the rest of the Dwarves in place outside the, like the cap point. And by other Dwarves, I mean those Dwarves. But they could just go all the way back around that way if they wanted to. That's what being map aware is key for. Playing on the map a lot, being aware of it. You then find these little nooks and crannies you can get through. The spear's breaking there. And the other one's about to go as well. So they're beyond the archers, which is all Erebor archers. I don't think they do that great in combat. These pikes haven't even got their pikes out. That's a real shame. Dwarven axe warriors here. These Erebor axe warriors. They're going in. We've got archers. Oh god. They're going to execute this poor unit here of Low Crim. Not a bad idea though. Saves lives. But yes, I have a feeling this archer unit is going to just execute these Polons until they move. Let's have a volley. A volley for Gondor. For the king!
Sir, don't let the men see any weakness.
Let's see. See what they can do. Poor guy in the front there getting shot. Another volley maybe? No, they're fancying something else. Artillery in here, I think it should try and hit this like iron guard block that's going on. It's ripping through these guards of the teeth. They're doing a lot of damage. Guards of the teeth, though. I mean, I don't know how many kills they've had before, like how much action they've been in, but it's certainly, I don't know if they've paid off. They're getting surrounded as well, doesn't help, by like these Axe Warrior. And the Axe Warrior is actually engaging the Uruk pikes here, which haven't got their pikes out still. Still have not got their pikes out. The swords over here, they're fighting well against the Rajas.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
What's the decision over here? Okay, the decision was by Erebor just to shoot Isengard's crossbows. I think he was shooting the pikes, and now the crossbows are standing in front. Not a bad idea. I mean, both heavily armored though. Will they get many kills? I honestly don't see them getting many kills. But then Erebor's 2v1ing, so he may come out on top in that one. Like Erebor's army is that's like 4 over here. This is what's left. Tiny unit mansion reclaimers of Erebor guard. Dain Ironfoot's about a half strength. Just a little under, and these crossbows really beaten up as well. But yeah, it's looking a little dire for the attackers. Look at that lighting, it looks awesome, it really does. Umbar always looks nice, the weather here, marvellous. I mean, look at that, you got the sea out here, goes to the beach if you wanted, sun everywhere with the desert, a glorious mix. Talking about mixes, we have a mix of pole arms and pikes here now. And the pikes are for sure winning, they've just got the range of these pole arms, they should just give ground, these pole arms. Get them out of here, they can't win this fight. Or they need to be aggressive and get it in their face. Yeah, they've broken. And that's really nice there by the General of Gondor, broken that final unit that flanked around here. I thought they might have had a chance, Evil, by doing that, but there you go. That's what happens. I guess they kind of left it unattended, or they just didn't know what to do. Archers holding the line though. These guys can fight, you know. And they are only against Mordor. And this Mordor army's tied and depleted, but still they can fight. Wouldn't expect them to. Turning into a bit of a mosh pit there. Oh yeah, definitely the Uruks are going to lose that fight. I'm hearing artillery going off again. What are they trying to hit? The Dwarven barrack guard perhaps? Yeah, army now looking at about 1100 evil to about 1700 dwarves and men. So I think, looking at the balance of power, I would say Erebor's got this one in the bag. Oh yeah, this is definitely not helping. I just realised this. Gondor's got an insanely nice angle here. Look at this. Just focusing down these pikes and also like breaking a lot of stuff here. Like Mordor's just lost so many troops here, and these are all breaking because of the general dying. That's the danger you play when losing a general. These pikes are just having a rough time. They're probably like, we're going to win this fight as well, and now they're just getting focused down. They're losing so many men. They're down to 63 men. They break. They're actually breaking the wrong way. They're going into the archers. And then we just got Uruk crossbows left, and an artillery, and some pikes and a general. And that's it. I think we're going to see a Dwarven victory here. So I'm just going to fast forward a little bit as we just wait on the Dwarves to mop up what remains of Isengard. That remains. Isengard, though, is a solid Dwarven, like anti-Dwarven faction, I've decided, from these last two battles. I mean, they've in the last battle they did really well. They actually made like most of the headway, and in this one they've survived longer. Whether that's down to like Mordor and like the Eastlings with some of their tactics. I thought the Eastlings did okay over here until they lost their general. They were doing fine. They looked like they were going to win there. And then Mordor, I don't know whether he really should have charged his general into polearms. definitely is not healthy. I mean, what, they lost 6 guys from that charge. Definitely is not healthy. You may kill some, but you'll get stabbed as you run away. Put it like that. I mean, I've got the White and Stormers in it. They might get some kills on these Erebor. They're not even Erebor axes. The archers of the Red Mountains. They look like they might be breaking actually. Yeah, they broke. Now it's going to be on to Citadel Guards. Gondor seems to have more and more just appearing. I thought he was like finished, but he's still got stuff. He still has
Our
stuff.
advantage has been lost.
Yes, it has. The advantage has been lost. Yes, I mean, we're just now in the dying seconds. It looks like, well, the decision is just to execute everything here with crossbows. The artillery crew's just getting shot at by crossbows. The pikes got shot at. I mean, yeah, definitely want to just shoot with your artillery now. Just try and hit into this big blob. Can't miss. Probably getting some good hits on all sorts of stuff in here. The general, I mean, he's facing pikes, shock, archers firing in his flank. Not even White Hand Stormers can deal with that. The crossbows are trying to desperately support, but they've got an obstructed angle now that their gen's in here, and he's actually wavering at 110 men. So is the crossbow. That's gone. That's a shame. And there you go. A valiant defeat for Mordor. So there we go. We'll end the replay and have a look at the end results. So yeah, this one was sent in by Fingus McNippleson here. Sent it to the Rise of Mordor Discord, where there's like a big old pool of Rise of Mordor replays. So yeah, thanks for letting me check this one out. And brought a huge army, 3,000 men. He lost nearly the entire thing. And he got some okay kills. I mean, yeah, his shock infantry here, 293 kills, really, really nice. 127 with Zork Throng's not bad either. They are killing like dwarves and Gondor, so it's like there's some good kills. Guards of the Teeth, it's a shame that they got so few. I feel like they kind of got outmaneuvered, and they could have certainly got some more kills if they maybe like got thrown into like the main front line instead of like on this flanking expedition. Who knows? His cabs did okay, 115 kills, but yeah, nothing like insane there. Probably like that shock infantry is like nearly 300 kills is pretty insane. Then we have LP24 here playing as the Eastlings. Started off a bit slower, he did. Kind of just like focused down the halberds and the Iron Guards there. And actually probably worked out quite well for him. Like he did quite well, but his general getting 47 kills before he died, that's a bad sign there. I mean, that's a real shame about that. 108 kills with these Macemen, 116 here, so okay kills. Varag Warriors, these guys got focused down, 51 kills. His Warlords Rune, 125. Certainly seen them do better, but it's okay. His Polearms, he did actually bring 2. Oh yeah, he had one on the flank, like on the little flanking force. 204 kills and 157, some good kills with them. Archers, 159 kills, and his artillery, 228 kills. Jeez, did very well there. Then we have XX Plane, who is playing as Isengard. Isengard, I think, was probably one of the more successful factions in this game. He brought 4 pikes. Jeez, one only got 1 kill, though. That's a shame. One got 135. It's pretty good. His Sappers, I don't know how well they did. I think they got focused down before they got a chance to like blow up the whole unit. Berserker's 225 kills, though, is really good. His White Stormers, 192 kills. His Gen got 130. His Uruk-hai Infantry got 204 kills, so he did quite well. And his Crossbow was 156. Did quite well there. And then we have Cupidance, who I often play with, a really good player. His General, Dain Ironfoot, I think he must have been facing like the Eastlings then. Got 513 kills. Because this, this Dain Ironfoot was in combat. I don't think the other one went into combat. Erebor Axe Warriors here, 200 kills, 264. His Mansion Reclaimers, 289 kills. And then his Matic Warriors here, 175. His Halberds and Iron Guards didn't do that great, got him focused down. His 2 Wardens actually got a lot of kills, even though they like all died. 194 kills. I didn't realize they got so many kills. They seemed like they were getting focused down. And then Erebor Crossbows, 210 kills, really nice there. Then we have Mori Free here, 21, playing as Gondor. His Fountain Guard General, 244 kills with the Silver Chevron. Jeez, must have a lot of money for them. His Sword Militia as well, 224 kills, 234. I think these were on the Haradrim vassals though, so take that as you will, like them getting really good kills. Gondor Sword Infantry, 117 kills. His Warriors of Loznark, 133. His spear's 107. Citadel Guard's 109. His Fountain Guard here, 456 kills. Really, really nice. And his archers, 274 kills. Then we have Tom Harry Gardner here, playing as the final Erebor army. Not as many kills. He seemed to have like a lot of his fresh troops left. He had a lot of the Barrack Guard, which had like 94 kills. He still had like, yeah, fresh Dain Ironfoot, Tomb Wardens, Mansion Reclaimers, and some Iron Guards. He certainly, like, his archers probably got like most of his kills, actually 142 kills here. And his Erebor axes here getting 101 kills. So yeah, he kind of more the reserve Dwarven army, I think. But there you go, guys. That is the Dwarven defense of Umbar. The Dwarves managed to hold on, push back the forces of evil, and Sauron will have to send another force to try and retake it for himself once again. But if you enjoyed, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and leave a comment to show your support. Don't forget to join the Discord in the link down below. And definitely check out the Rise of Mordor mod as well, like the new update if you haven't already as well. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.